Howdy y'all, it's Jack Decker. Welcome to the Daily Decker. I'm sorry if I seem a little wet. According to the weathermen today, it was supposed to be clear skies and sunny with a comfortable temperature of about 75 degrees all day long. Yeah, I'm soaked through, and according to the weather report, it's still sunny outside. Weatherman, the only job in the world that you can be wrong every single day of your life and still have a career. Oy vey. But anyway, big news this past week. We saw finally the reveal of the Deadpool trailer. Da-da-da-da! Awesome. I honestly preferred the teaser trailer, the one that came out before the actual trailer. I'm glad, though, that they finally released the trailer that they showed at Comic-Con with a few changes for the YouTubes. But I'm glad that they released the Not Safe for Work one. Between the teaser trailer for the trailer, and the actual Not Safe for Work trailer, I'm a little bit happier looking forward towards the Deadpool series. Let's face it, Deadpool is a character that probably would not be confined within a PG-13 movie. At least once you translate the violence and his humor into live action form, I don't think it would translate well into a PG-13 movie and still be interesting. Let's face it, from his attitude in the comic series, when it's just still image after still image after still image, when it's mostly his humor and his few philosophical moments going together, you can have a PG-13 comic book, and I think that's what Marvel has rated Deadpool as. But when you translate it into a motion picture, with the amount of action and violence that we're going to, as Deadpool fans, we're going to want to see, I don't think a PG-13 movie could contain it properly and do him justice. I am glad that they self-referenced their stupid move in Deadpool during the Wolverine movie. I'm hoping that the self-referencing humor and admitting that they were idiots in doing it, or at least I took the commercial as admitting they were idiots for sewing his mouth shut. I mean, he's the merc with the mouth, for Pete's sake. What the hell are you doing preventing him from talking? Hopefully that Fox will get their head out of their ass and make a good superhero movie once again. From what I understand, this is being done in conjunction with Marvel, so hopefully they've got a good script together. This will hopefully break the Fox-Marvel curse. If not, Fox, please sell everything back to Marvel so that they can do a good job. You've already butchered X-Men. Don't butcher Deadpool just on his first movie. Well, technically second. You already butchered him in the first movie he was in. This time, try not to butcher it as hard, so we can sit down and get a nice, enjoyable film with Deadpool. I am a little bit concerned with the trailer, though. In the trailer, it does make a reference that he's sitting down to a character I'm assuming is Weasel. Since this is the early years, I'm not sure who his modern sidekick is, but since it looks like Weasel across the table, it looks like Zucchini fucked the condom in reference to his complete skin cancer thing. I am a little bit scared. I like the R rating when it comes to the violence, because it's much freer, the amount of action that you can portray on screen. However, what has always concerns me is language in movies. And it's not that I am a Puritan and the F word is evil, all four-letter words must die, and all that. I find that in Hollywood they seem to overuse the F-bomb, especially in place of good writing. I mean, if you look at my videos, I say it. I said it in this video when referencing part of the commercial. At least that's what I think they said. But there's a time and a place for it, and it's not an excuse for lack of creative dialogue. When delivered properly, a good F-bomb here and there enhances the situation, because you understand the emotion, you understand can connect with the character, that something is fucked up, and he's going to say it at that moment. But just to put it in there where you're going to be making a lot of jokes about F this or F that, it loses the quality of the material that the actor is speaking. One of my favorite examples is there was a show Chris Davis did on, was it Chris Davis? Whoever did the X-Files, I think it was Chris Davis, did a pilot episode for Amazon Prime. I don't know if they ever kickstarted the series, but it was supposed to be this world where all of a sudden these 5 survivors, for some reason, a week has gone by in the space that they've experienced an hour, and the world's gone to pot. It's a post-apocalyptic thing with all types of spiritualistic creatures and these omen things, and it's like every third word out of their mouth was fuck. It's like, I've been around military folks, even they don't swear that much. Or at least the ones I were around were more creative in the types of swearing that they did. And it really bugged me because it was a great show, but it just felt like they weren't able to write good dialogue for any of these characters, and it drove me nuts. And I hope that's not the route that they're going to take with Deadpool. His enjoyment is his witty humor, and if he's not crying about wanting a chimichanga, then it's some other stupid shit that he's talking about in the comic book series. And I hope they take that creative, ingenious writing and put it into the Deadpool movie. I don't want to see him just every third word is an F-bomb. I want to see creative, interesting dialogue between him and the other characters. So, as I said again, even though I am beating a dead horse, it's not that I hate the F-bomb. I've just said it in this video. It's just I feel that writers will use it because they're suffering writer's block and can't come up with good dialogue for the character. So, hopefully with that being said, the commercial scares me a little bit, also just because it's Fox doing it and their track record with Deadpool, and well, their track record with any Marvel movie since the Blade series really does scare me. So hopefully they get their head out their own ass and put together a good quality film to break the Fox curse, and maybe they can rival Marvel again. Other news this week, I finally pre-ordered the Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and now suddenly I have an uproar in the comments below going, how could you buy the game? We're boycotting it on behalf of Kojima because of how Konami screwed him over. Yeah, I found out about that this week too. I started part of it on Steam was you could get it and then get the Ground Zeroes for free. So I started playing that and was looking up where all the XOF patches were from the first mission, so I gotta collect them all. XOF. And suddenly find out that there's a huge firestorm on the internet. Should we boycott Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, because of what Konami did to Kojima? I'm like, I'm right here, a living example of why boycotting the game is counterproductive and next to worthless. When I pre-ordered it, I knew nothing about any of this. I saw the Ground Zeroes Angry Joe rant, and saw it for free with Phantom Pains and saw the good reviews in a couple magazines and was like, yeah, the Metal Gear Solid series is well known, well respected. This was supposed to be his final game. You know what? I'm going to get it. Plus, it's finally on PC. And now that I've abandoned the console war and I've joined the PC Master Race, I'm kidding. Don't, finally get to play a Metal Gear game because I haven't ever played one. So I found out about this whole firestorm between Konami. This happens all the time in corporations. And then the whole article about what the draconian lifestyle that is Konami. And they repeatedly jumble their employees' emails. They repeatedly micromanage their breaks, shame them when they're late from lunch, or force them to stay late and work overtime. And I'm like, what the hell rock have you all been living under the past 10 years? This is what corporate life is worldwide, has been reduced to. It's not just Konami. In fact, if you look at the article that started this whole thing, which was a Japanese Financial Times-ish newspaper, no one in Japan gave really two sticks about it, because this is normal in Japan. This type of micromanagement, overstepping their boundaries companies. Even in the United States, this is caught on. Hell, I worked for a company like that, where they micromanage every single break that you take, where they force you to clock out during every single lunch break that you take, that they get upset if you miss your schedule assigned break time and say, no, you didn't get, even though that you just got off an hour-long phone call with a customer because you missed your break time and it might impact someone else's break time, you should skip your break time and lose it for the day. That's the type of shit corporate America corporatism in the world has come down to. We see these these fancy progressive companies in Silicon Valley, in California, with the inbound gyms, with the interior gyms, interior Zen gardens, proper break times for employees. That's upper crust employees that get to enjoy that stuff. The rest of us, it's a employer's market. We're expendable to them. So what if you've been there a year and a half and it takes 6 months to train you to do the job? You complain, we can kick you out on your ass and get another person to fill that seat with their ass just as quickly, because we have high unemployment. People are desperate for jobs. So employers don't give a rat's ass about employees. You're expendable, you're interchangeable to them. And until we fix the unemployment issue in this country and worldwide and actually get more workers' protection, did you know in New York State, you're not allowed, if your employer tells you you must work overtime, you have no protection at all to protect you from saying, no, I can't work overtime because I have a family and 2 kids, which some of my coworkers do. That the protection only kicks in when you are forced to work more than 72 hours per week. 72 hours per week. That means you're almost spending double the amount of time for full-time employment, okay? That means 16-hour days every single day, okay, for a full-time job to get hit with that 72-hour garbage, okay? And only then can you say no without getting, and only then, I think in a few limited protected cases, can you say no without fear of being fired. Because this New York State's an at-will state. They can hire you and fire you at the drop of a hat. So your company being forced to order you overtime, you can't say no, because if they want to, they can fire you. Why do I put up with this type of shit company? Because I'm good at what I do. Well, not really because I'm good at what I do, but because I can make good money at it. Because between the base pay and the commission, I can do well at it. A lot of people can't because of the stress, because of the long hours. We lose and have lost a lot of good people that we needed to fill positions in my particular job in the company. We deal with international logistics. That's tough, okay? When you've got personally $5 million worth of equipment outbound between different countries on the planet Earth, and you've got to figure out where any one of those parts are at any given time, try to figure out the import and export laws of that particular country to get them in there, because some parts have all types of hazard restrictions, import restrictions. Some countries even have religious restrictions that prevent what country you can send a part from. Oy, now there's an interesting example. You build a part in Israel, you store it in the United States, you ship it out to Singapore, they go, oh, hell no, we accept no Israeli parts. I'm like, what? That's the type of mess that international logistics is. Be happy you don't ever do business with China. Now there is a disaster waiting to happen. How anybody makes money doing business in China, importing this crap into there, is a joke, and still confounds me. But that rant aside, this is what working class people have to deal with worldwide. It's no longer that you can get into a job and get a career out of it to get protected by workers' compensation laws, and there's no incentive for employers to treat its employees fairly or justly. That's what it's become. So Konami, you want to say what they've done to Kojima? I mean, is it right? Absolutely not. I'm not defending it whatsoever. But to just go the evils of Konami, that we're going to boycott all of their games, this is rampant. This is an infection worldwide that needs to be fixed. It's not just a single company, Konami. Other parts that I've disagreed with reading about the Konami story is their issues with pulling out of the console games and going straight into the mobile and gambling style games, where they just want to use the games that they've got their name attached to it, plop it out on a mobile platform, or stick it on a slot machine. This is their new pricing scheme, that they want low investment, high return, because let's face it, mobile games, we've shown you can make a shitty mobile game, but people will piss away money galore on those microtransactions. Same thing with gambling. People will go, I went to a casino that all it was is slot machines. I cannot enjoy that type of experience. Get me with cards and a good game of poker with a couple good buddies, there's a fun time. But slot machines, all you're doing is pissing away money in a machine, and it's running off an algorithm that it must give out X number of dollars so often in order to appease the masses, so that they can shout, I won $5,000 at the casino. Well, in that same time it took for you to win that $5,000, they've already gone in probably a couple $1 million to replace it. It's all in the house's benefit. Excuse me. So, if you don't want to go buy Konami games, that's fine. That's your own prerogative. I just don't think a boycott will work of them, because, as I said, I'm probably your average gamer. I did not even know about any of these issues with Konami and Kojima until, by chance, I saw the article on Cheat Code Central while I was looking up to see what the XOF patches were for. So please, don't just come running to Kojima's defense and go, we'll boycott all Konami. That's not it. Konami sounds like they're on a path to self-destruction anyway. Between their new gaming platform idea, they're going to lose a lot of good people, a lot of good programmers, and are just going to be, they're going to lose their name, and it's going to be their own self-destruction. It's a sad thing. They've got a lot of good runs. I'm sad that they canceled Silent Hills. There was a game I was looking for. I didn't even know that was canceled until just the other day. So please give them their chance. Don't just go hating on them. Thank you for actually looking concerned, but realize that this is part of a much larger problem worldwide than just Konami versus Kojima. Again, thank you for watching The Daily Decker. I'm your host, Jack Decker. Sorry for whatever loud noises you heard in the background, because it's currently raining cats and dogs, but my weather program says it's nice and sunny out today. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for listening to The Daily Decker. I hope you all got your daily dose of news. I know it's not daily yet, but we're working on that, so give us some time, okay? Thank you for watching, listening, or however you absorb your media, maybe intravenously. Please, if you like the video, please hit the like button below. If you want to help support us so that we know we have some loyal fans following us, hit that big red subscribe button. And if nothing else, just post some comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time.